Greetings, collective. Greetings, it's your girl Maisha, aka the Goddess Flame, coming to you with a reading today. Thank you guys for all of your likes, all of your views. For those that do not like but just watch, I welcome you as well. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of the love and support from my spiritual advisors who continue to send uplifting messages to the collective, which I'm a part of. Thank you for all that you do. Your work does not go in vain. Definitely holding you guys in high honor, appreciating each and every one of you for the work that you do. I'm definitely inspired by the work that you do. So I appreciate, I appreciate you guys and what you do. Being new to this platform, oftentimes I get discouraged. I had my subscribers taken away. I've seen my likes being taken away, but I feel like I have to keep going. I have to keep moving and keep building what I'm building over here. So, yeah, these are not fake subscribers. They're real. I do want, real subscribers, real outreach. So I'm working on that. I'm working on building that. And I'm keeping on pressing, just like I know the collective is doing. I feel like that's the energy. I feel a lot of us chosen ones are right now staying in our high vibration. We're staying in our frequency. We're keeping that frequency high. And that takes a lot of work when you have outside influences or outside messages coming in. So that's why I shouted out all of the spiritual advisors that continue to motivate the collective in this time with high vibrational messages. Of course, we get those downloads where we have to tell stories and we have to, be obedient to what God has called us to do. So, we're staying in our obedience to our calling and our purpose. And I feel like the collective also is trying to stay true to their purpose. I'm going to do a reading today specifically for the new high priestess, those who are just now going through the initiation or, sitting on the throne. I feel like there's a lot of newcomers to this seat. And so I do want to encourage you and check the energy for today when it comes to the emperor, the empress, or the high priest and high priestess. I feel like the gift, the gift that God has given you right now is that calling of being a high priestess or a high priest, and you're stepping into that right now. And you're realizing that, right? You're getting the messages, you're getting the downloads that this is what you're being called to do. And it's kind of hard stepping into that because it's not a favorable position. You're oftentimes isolated, ostracized, beaten down, looked at funny, message right back, beaten down. But I definitely believe, I definitely believe there's a message here for you guys today. Bear with me just a moment, collective. One moment. Collective, I am burning frankincense. And it can get strong. So I had to get me some water. I've already called on to our protection. Invoked my free will. No weapon formed against us will prosper. You know the drill. Let's go ahead and tap in to the messages for our high priestess and high priestess. Thank you, Holy Spirit. What is the message that you have for the collective today? Particularly my high priest and my high priestess stepping on that throne into their purpose. clarity came out in reverse. I feel like a lot of you guys are still not clear on the path that you're supposed to take regarding your new purpose, your newfound gift, your newfound talent. This is very new to you. And so I feel like you're sitting back and you're trying to get clarity regarding this. Thank you, Holy Spirit. You do know that you have hidden knowledge and you're grateful for being called to this position. But you're not exactly clear as to all of the responsibilities. Like, you didn't realize that this was a high level commitment and calling. And so, you're trying to get the clarity on what to do because you've probably stepped into this and all hell broke loose. That's normally what happens when we awaken or when we're called to our next level. Planting something new, divine mother, hidden knowledge, and grateful optimism. So you are joyous. You do have a great view of your future. You understand that this is deeper, that your calling is deeper than you would have ever imagined with this hidden knowledge out there. You realize you're being exposed to what Akashic records are. You're being called to understand your own book of life. And you're being real silent about this as you get a more clearer version. A clearer version of yourself, right? Because you're realizing that there's a lot of hidden knowledge about yourself that you didn't realize before. Hearing Spirit say, get into the meat of things. Get grounded. Right, one of the things that I used to do to kind of clear my energy and to clear my headspace is get grounded. Like, I literally would go out into the sun, and this may be dangerous, so I'm not a physician. Do this at your own risk. But I would go out under the sun and I would literally sun gaze. I would literally just look up at the sun or sit up under the sun. Of course, you do want to wear your SPF. You want to wear your sunscreen, or if you tend to burn, you want to take precautionary measures for that. But while the sun is still out, you guys want to go in, get up under the sun, and have that exchange with the sun. And also take your shoes off and just put your feet into the grass or into the dirt or the mud. That's another thing that I used to do. I literally used to just lay back on my back. I'd put something down and I would lay on my back, take my shoes and socks off, and put my feet into the dirt and would just sit up under the sun and allow that exchange to happen, that energy exchange to happen. So that may be something that you need to do, because you do need to build confidence. You need to have confidence in your role, right? And that comes with time and practice. But yeah, getting grounded with the earth, becoming one with earth will help you a lot. So sun gazing and then putting your hands and feet into the earth and really receiving that energy and understanding that. I feel like I don't have to say a lot because you guys get the gist of what I'm saying. So this has been coming out a lot lately. A lot of you have the protection of the Galactic Council, right? You may have been concealed for a while. I feel like if you were isolated to your own, not of your own doing, that this isolation helped you helped spirit conceal your identity until you were fully healed, energized, and became courageous enough. Maybe you've been the victim of gang stalking, and so you were trying to make sense of that as well. Yeah, because this came up in the reverse. Your ex or your masculine or divine counterpart, your ex, can no longer astral project into your mind state, your dream state, because of the healing or once you get grounded with the earth, once you get grounded, um, by exchanging energies with Mother Nature, then people that were used to projecting in your energy will no longer be able to do that. This topic keeps coming up. So this weak masculine that was tortured and beaten for a setup plan, and coming against you, that keeps coming out. So that could have been something that you were dealing with. You were dealing with maybe a friend, a family member that had a setup plan that came against you. And that person is now, I believe, going through a spiritual whoop ass for coming against you. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Yeah. This person is definitely locked up. And this may be where it's happening. You may have experienced some type of gang stalking on your job, or they may be watching you on your job. Maybe they're watching you for a promotion, or maybe they're just watching you. A passed over loved one may have left you an inheritance that's being exposed. Maybe you ran through the inheritance, but this is being exposed as to why you ran through it. I don't know your story, you do. But definitely you have been a victim of some type of gang stalking or stalking or backstabbing, a Ten of Swords situation that caused you to go into isolation. It caused you to question your identity, and this is where you began your healing and realize that you had hidden knowledge, and also that you're called to a higher purpose in life. Thank you, Holy Spirit. All of that you had to go through was because people didn't want you to receive the gift of realization of who you really are. But the message is coming out anyway. You're getting these downloads. Yeah. And you may have to defend yourself at this point, because oftentimes when we are exposed, our identity is exposed, we do experience spiritual warfare. That does happen. And a lot of times, like in the church, if you're in the church or you're coming out of the church or whatever your situation is, that's something that's not taught in the church. Spiritual warfare, backlash, having an awakening, and what happens after that is not taught. Oftentimes people are left, left in a mental prison, in confusion, not knowing what to do up in their head, right? But something has recently been exposed, possibly that you are a star. Possibly that, okay, so, yeah, high priest or high priestess, you have just come out of a karmic cycle where you were betrayed by a lover, family, and or friends that had you in third-party situations, or had created some type of alliance to come against you. This has caused you to be up in your head, maybe not sleeping. But I want you to take an opportunity to look at this as a way that Spirit had to get you alone, so that one, you could begin your healing, but two, you can really identify who you are. I feel like Spirit is wanting you to gain clarity, not focus on what happened, not focus on the situation, but focus on why it happened. And the reason being is that you needed to come out of a karmic cycle so that you can step into your full potential of being called into this position. No, it's not easy. No, it's not a walk in the park going through a dark night of the soul or going through a traumatic experience, but you had to go through it in order for you to take a self-reflection moment into your life. You had to go back down memory lane to see why you made decisions and choices that you did, and how you weren't making those decisions and choices out of your higher self, your higher purpose, because you didn't realize who you were. And now you realize who you are, or now you're coming into that reality, and you can use that. You can use where you are today to move forward into making better choices and better decisions according to who you are today. I feel like Spirit says get out of your head. Stop focusing on what happened. Stop focusing on why it happened, and focus on healing so that you can go into this next season healed and prepared. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Thank you, Holy Spirit. There's people that are not happy about this new realization of who you are. They benefited, and they benefited off of you vibrating in your lower energy, in your lower self. And now it's time, the Eight of Cups came out of here, time for solitude, to seek insight. It's time to walk away from those individuals or environments or circumstances, or even the way that you view yourself. It's time for you to stop allowing people to benefit off of your pain, and for you to move in your purpose. And that means that people won't be able to harvest off of your energy anymore. That means that people won't be able to benefit off of your poor decision-making skills. Somebody is upset about that. Somebody is defensive about that. I'm not going to take it. It didn't come out. No, it is out, so I will take it. Yep. The Ten of Pentacles came out with the King of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. That's the truth. The Holy Spirit says that once you walk away, these people can no longer benefit off of your energy. These people can no longer take advantage of your finances. While you vibrated in this lower level energy, they were making more financial, they were reaping more financial rewards than you were. Yeah, and I feel like now you're looking back. You're getting this insight. You're getting, through solitude, you're getting this insight about the hard work that you put into building this external, acceptable view of what you wanted people to perceive you as. And it really got you nowhere. It got you depleted of your finances. It got you backstabbed where you're mentally in your head, and that's not the energy where you can fulfill your purpose. So Spirit wants you to move away from that, leave behind that energy, and trust that you can build again. You can definitely start over, and you can start over with knowledge of making better decisions and better choices. Okay, I hope this helps you, High Priest, High Priestess, the new High Priest and new High Priestess. It does get better. All right, be blessed.